So then in 2018, I was in my third year of university doing psychology, bachelor's. And until then, I have never been to any non-profit work or any NGO workshop or anything because my circle is very small. I was with my religious practices and my family and my education. And then I wanted to become the vice chancellor of the university. That was my dream in from first year to third year. And I was really chasing, and I am doing very good in scores. And then at the end of my third year, I was requested for a workshop where my brother worked. It's Center for Peace Building and Reconciliation. They said there is a workshop is going to happen. It is about youth and passion. Would you like to come? So then I went there. There are 200 youth. On the corner, we had social work. So I wanted to do dancing, but I had a fear because my father said you can't dance. In Sri Lanka, from my family, the girls dancing is very dream. So I was put in music class. I don't know why. And then I thought I will go to dance, but Swati and Agyat was standing on the corner in the social work group, and they are from India. Looked so interesting. Then I thought, okay, I will join there and see what is happening. And then the magic started to happen. Oh my God, we didn't speak a lot. I was in third year, tired with all the theories and all the knowledge that we gained on book and everything, but they were just playing for 3 days. And I started to be so grounded and fully there and live by all my muscles. And then I found, oh my God, it's very interesting. It's not like academia. Then end of third days asked that could you please come with us to which is a location close to where war happened. But it's a Sinhalese area, but there are Tamil minority and Christian minorities are living. And they said we are going to go for a workshop. Could you come and translate? Then I said, okay, it's so fun and it's so cool. I'm going to come. But before I go, I was just thinking that, oh my God, they are going to work there with the community, which I have gone through a lot, and trauma and pain and the dark history and all. What they will do, something therapeutic or something. So I was having my own framework, but I know these guys are going to play, completely play. But okay, let's get in and so that is my moment to witness, how in depth Play for Peace can go and just touch our traumas without any deep efforts, but it moves something within. And then I was living with Swati and Agyat for 5 days. I was translating, I was having conversation and all. Then I thought, oh my God, I can do something more than being an academic. But I didn't trust. That was just a spark. So then after that, in my fourth year, having this strong experience for 8 to 10 days with Swati and Agyat and Play for Peace, I went to do my research in North where war happened and also my internship as a counselor, a trainee counselor and trainee psychotherapist in Kilinochchi District Hospital where it is another location in. So I went to the clinic. I was very strong. I believe I'm like Freud's next daughter and fully knowledge and full ace for the abnormal psychology and everything. And I went and sat in front of my first client from Vasa, and she started to just tell me what she went through in war. And before she collapsed in her story, I collapsed and I started to cry. And then she started to get tense and she told, oh my God, you need some therapy or you need something. And then the doctors came and they were took me to the inside staff room and they were like, have deep breath and all. And that day I felt, oh, okay, I have theories. I have 3 years of concrete knowledge, but is it helping me? Then I had to come alone and do little play for peace activities to soothe me with all the mindfulness techniques and that I learned. But throughout 1 year, I was keep on reflecting that what happened on that 10 days. which is so magical, but I can't do the magic here. And I'm listening, I'm listening, I'm listening, and I'm talking, but I'm not moving to experience. So then I think from 2017 and 18, the strong experience I had with Play for Peace strongly kind of instilled in me that inspiration of looking for something which is experientially could turn us. So then end of 4 year, end of my research and internship, I started to decide I am not going to be an academia, and also I am not going to be a counselor because I will cry the most than the client in my clinic room. I am going to laugh. For that I want to be with the community. And then I joined into nonprofits and then CPBR. I worked with them 6 years. In between 6 years, I had very strong engagements and workshop with Swati and Nagya, 3, 4 workshops with kids and all. But unfortunately, they are not very strong Play for Peace initiative. Play for Peace is a part of a big initiative where I had to focus more. Then that also, like, I was going through as a learning process, and then again, like, I was like doing my masters in peace and conflict studies where I took up the topic of cultural trauma, collective trauma, and the transgenerational trauma, the non-clinical part of trauma. Then again, when I go deeper and deeper, I started to strongly feel, hey, that is Play for Peace with the holistic approach is going to be the answer. Then, meanwhile, so many things happened throughout the years. Swati and Agyat from Play for Peace community being mentors and facilitators, and also at time families. So then, finally, I got an opportunity to start work as a member, which is, I think, a big happening in my life where I am now full time diving in and to connect with Play for Peace. And then from that lens, since last 25th of February, we had Swati and Agyat in Sri Lanka. So then I would like to share a few things more. This is a photo we took in the place where in 2009 the last war happened. We could see how deeply it transmitted into the lives of young adults and youth people, and myself together as a translator and also as a co-facilitator. We had 4 days training with two group of children, and then that was like a moment where we found again, I started to experience the magics, and then again we moved to the central part of Sri Lanka, Kandy. There we worked in a school. That school is a very special school. So Kandy is a very touristic, famous city. You can see the image of a child. He is from grade one, and he was looking inside the hall where we were having training with age of 15 and 16, because we were training the youth facilitators of teenagers to start the club in that school. So we just started to play and started the training, and this is one moment that I freeze, that how the kid was just looking and asking like, when we are going to have the same. And we said, okay, we will come back soon. And then the training started. So when the training started, one another thing that really inspired me is how the power in the classroom is started to be diffusing, and all the teachers, they started to feel safer, started to feel equal power with the students rather than have power over. And then they started to be happy and started to play. And end of 2 days, all the question that teachers have is that, oh my God, they are the very naughty bunch of people we gave you for the training, but how you kept them sit or be in the workshop space for whole 2 days, like without distracted and all. And we said, we would love to discuss with you all teachers in a reflection session. And this training also, there were so many students and so much of they shared so many things in their reflection. For example, one of the kids, she shared that I smile, but I have never felt laughter. And today I would love to freeze these 2 days because I was fully laughing. Moments. But for me, the most inspiration moment is the first session we had right after 5 days after the training, and we launched the club. And that was the day that I started to feel strongly about the long term processes that Play for Peace work. Even though I wanted to start a club and wanted to take through a long process, unfortunately, because of so many reasons, I couldn't do that. But this time I was telling Swati and Agyat and Zara and all, and I said, I am going to start the club and I am going to start walk 1 year completely as a practitioner, because I knew the art, but my muscles were not trained yet. So then I went to the school, and 92 of the school were on the ground. And teachers said, we are not going to come because you trained us that you know how to be invisible. And if we come, we know we will bring some strong presence. So we will be going to, and only me, another two volunteers, and 190 kids and the youth facilitators within. And I was like, oh my God. Before the session, I felt, oh, it's kids. Let's go. And it's 1 hour. I went. And then again, when I saw them, I was shocked. Oh my God, what's going to happen? Can I make sure the school is completely silent? And the youth facilitators get in and they started to say, waterfall. And everybody like, shh, and went to silence and pin drop silence. And the principal was like looking at me and laughing, okay, guys, you're doing very well. And I'm like, okay, thank you. And then they started to do facilitation. But in the middle, they started to broke down and the kids started to run away and they had to bring them down. And you can see the image how the youth facilitators of 4 people are working with grade 1, 2 kids. Finally, when the kids started to lose the attention after 40 minutes, they started to do by their own hand and experiment and all. And then, when I sat after a 1 hour session for reflection with the teachers, and they said that we have never seen this leadership in these kids who are teenagers. We always seen them lost, or sometimes they become so aggressive, or but we felt they are taking the control. But again, it's not as a control in a violent way, but it's in a beautiful way of holding space. So then I started to believe, okay, the club started to bloom, and it's going to be a beautiful journey for all the 20 youth facilitators and myself as a friend circle of them. And it's so exciting. And after 1 hour of holding that session, I told the other youth facilitators, take me and give me some sugar. I am feeling so energy exhausted. And it's like full 1 hour of living by body and mind and heart. And thank you so much. And finally, we had formed a youth group also to work with the club. And this is that work. This is that photo. So my husband is a medical practitioner and he's a doctor. So he also took part in the 2 day Play for Peace session, which is amazing. And we could see already the changes, sparks in our life. And he said, could you please do the same session at the hospital? So we did a 2 hour session, and that where the nurses and doctors and everybody finally they also reflected that we made all our learning, training, and developing moments very hard and very traumatizing. But coming out from that framework and just embracing Play for Peace method and approaches, how much it's healing for them